cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, and welcome back to Music Monday. Got another great topic for you today. Now, in the past, we've talked about the best rappers, the ones who featured in movies, just rap as of a whole. Anybody rapping, we've told you about, whether they was good or bad, if they did soundtracks, just a lot of different topics. Now, there's one topic that we never covered since starting the 52 Scott Podcast, and this topic is the most hated rappers. I don't think we've ever talked about that. Now, we've talked about a specific rapper that one of the panel hate. One of the guys on the panel
hate him.
Hates this guy.
Y'all keep saying I hate. Listen, I don't hate Drake. All right, his music is not original, is what I'm telling you. I don't like his music. I dislike his music.
Right.
Because to me, it's not original. All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
He's
jamming, like I told you before. He's jamming, but it's not original.
Here's the thing about hip hop: you have to have talent. It's authenticity. And you have to be able to make a good connection with your fans in order to, get that fan base and even make money.
Uh-huh.
So there are some artists that have the look, but they just don't have the sound. You know what I mean? And
I get it.
This is what makes them the most hated. Now, some of these artists, I'm sure it's a couple of rap fans out here, they like these artists. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it is what it is. And it's a lot of most hated rappers, and I'm going to get started here because I know y'all interested in knowing who these most hated rappers is. Now, first on my list, I'm going to say French Montana. How y'all feel about French Montana?
I've never been a fan. I've never really been a fan.
I listen to French Montana, and to me, he's got this funny little voice for rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
I don't know how to say it, but when it comes to rap, man, your voice have to kind of make the stuff you saying make sense as if it's all one.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have the right voice and you're not delivering it properly, then you giving me a chance to say, oh, I don't like him. Not necessarily saying you're not jamming, but your voice not fitting what you're saying.
Right.
I think this is the situation with French Montana for me. Now, other people may see French Montana in a different light. Maybe some people like him. But again, some people label him as being forgettable.
Yeah, because I honestly can't think of any of his songs.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I can't think.
It's only a few. I can't name none. but I know his name, but I don't know, most of the songs that he rapping on. I never really heard much of French Montana, even on features or whatnot. Now, I did see an interview with him, and he seemed to be kind of intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he not smart enough. I think he's an intelligent person. He knows what to do to get around the people he needs to get around to get the success out of it. But I think he's just not hitting them hard enough with hits. You got to at least be able to make one hit. French Montana may have one. I can't think of the name of it. But he had a song I think a lot of people was jumping about, but don't remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's saying he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry, French.
I don't even know one song you sing, bro.
I mean, you gotta respect the brother. He has to have confidence in himself.
You ain't lying.
Nobody else will.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not a French Montana fan. I don't know none of his music. but he is relevant.
Yeah. He's relevant.
And he getting some bread from somewhere.
Facts.
I just think he lacks originality.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see, and when I say originality, it's a lot of artists that lack originality, just honestly. I'm going to tell you one specific person who's original and ain't nobody going to be able to go towards this dude with nothing. E40. Created his own shit.
Yeah.
His own
You
lane.
bet not be around here making up words.
Slangwich.
You can't do that. That's E40.
Yeah.
You know, if you start doing that shit, then you biting E40. E40 made his own shit.
Little rapping
shizzle.
off beat, but still be jamming.
Man.
Only
You
other
know?
person that rapped off beat like it was he's from No Limit, the tall
Silk the Shocker.
Silk the Shocker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Silk the Shocker.
I was good Lord.
So next, Gunna. Of course.
I can see why though. Prior to this incident,
Yeah.
with
Young Thug.
with Young Thug,
Yeah.
he just became hate. He wasn't hated prior to that incident.
No, he wasn't. And he's
So
got
I
some-
can see why.
these are legal troubles now with Young Thug and Gunna. But wasn't Gunna the first person to get out when they were in jail? Wasn't Gunna the first person to get out?
I think so.
Yeah, so we don't know, what's going on between Young Thug and Gunna right now, but I bet you it's pretty serious.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't know none of his music.
Me either.
And
And that's why he's on this list as most hated.
rap. Yeah.
You know what? His name came up, and I'm more familiar with him because of this Young Thug deal.
Yeah.
I've heard of him before, but I don't know a hit song that Gunna
Sing. Yeah.
released. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe because we getting old.
You know what?
that has a lot to do
It's
with
got a
it.
lot to do with
Well,
it.
I don't know. We listen to Big X the Plug. We listening to these other young artists. So I don't think it's our age. I mean, we like hip hop.
And I'm going to get away from this right here because this person I wasn't even thinking. But you know who I think another most hated rapper is? But I think he's really, really, really pretty good.
Who's that?
Yella Beezy.
Really? Yo, B, I thought he was cool. I don't think nobody hate him though.
But he's not on the radio like he was prior to his first couple of songs that he created. Yella Beezy used to be all over the radio.
he
man.
was. He was a feature with I was just looking at a video with him with Bootsy.
Yeah, and see that's exactly what I mean. He
Yeah.
was on. I think now he's one of the most hated because he's not getting that publicity like he did when he first came
Don't
out.
he have some legal issues also?
He had some legal issues. He had a lot to do with something with
Mo 3?
Mo 3.
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
It was a lot of issues behind that. And also, I don't know if
Allegedly
y'all
had something to do
had
with
something.
Mo
Thank
3.
you. It was definitely allegedly. Now, and also allegedly, there was a comedian from Dallas who featured on a lot of front end videos, the skits. When he got killed, this is when all the friction started. When he
reached his
unalived.
demise.
Yeah, when he was unalived. This is where that beef started from, which is why I think Yella Beezy can kind of be one of the most hated rappers. Now, this chick, I don't think she's most hated, man. Doja Cat.
I don't think she most hated either. I think she's
She's
little
probably
weird,
more
eccentric.
I
I ain't gonna say weird.
I think Doja Cat is more underdog rather than most hated because she really jams.
So let me ask you this: why do you think she would be though? Like, you don't think she is, but if you had to look at it from a different angle, why do you think she would be?
Well, probably because you got a lot of people that probably don't listen to Doja Cat.
Right.
I heard one or two songs with Doja Cat, and I think she's good, but I just don't think she's seasoned enough
right.
to get the hits right now. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
even
saying?
think she's seasoned enough to even be considered to be hated.
Hated. Yeah.
That-
Like, what does she do?
So
Right.
is she selling sex? I don't know nothing about no Doja Cat. Is she selling sex?
I don't know what Doja Cat
Is
sells.
she
whoa, look at me type of chick?
she's a rapper. To me she's like a Lady Gaga but of hip hop. That's how I feel.
Yeah, she's definitely different.
Yeah, she's different. She's just
Well, that's
hip-hop
probably what
Lady
it-
Gaga.
that's what makes her
the best
most
way
hated.
to-
That's probably what it
Yeah.
is. Like, man, ain't nobody feeling that.
Yeah, and I mean, because of her image, I would say Lady Gaga image, and to me, she's kind of a cross between image-wise, not vocal,
Right.
between Lady Gaga and Nicki Minaj. She's kind of got
Right, there you go.
the
That's a good
two
one.
mixed in image-wise.
Trying to be original. Got to give her that.
Yeah, and I mean, she didn't pick. I mean, she picked the right people to kind of, visualize herself after. Those are not, bad choices. But yeah, Doja Cat ended up on this list. Now, Blueface is on here.
Oh yeah, man, yeah.
Blueface is, I would say, probably underrated. And I'll be honest with you, I heard a verse with Blueface, and I was like, this dude sucked.
I say this
Did-
dude.
but
That's
then
not
too-
what I thought you was about to say.
That's what I thought you were about to say. Like he was
Then
jamming.
too,
Hey,
he
man.
could be the most hated because of his actions
Yeah.
and how he is.
Yeah.
Didn't he have some kind of confrontation with what's the girl he messed
Christine,
with? Her father or something like that.
Yeah, something went down between him and the girl,
Yeah, Christian rock.
Christian, yeah. Christian.
which I don't know much
See,
about
they both
him.
he's gonna be hated for a couple reasons,
Well,
right? Because
one-
he locked up. They just had a fresh kid, but he finna be gone allegedly for about 4 years.
Well, he's one of the offbeat rappers.
Another one.
And see, I don't like offbeat rappers.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. And most of those are the younger, generation of rap. They've changed, where they put in the words as opposed to when our season was on the snare.
They can't find the pocket nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't find that pocket, man, but you're right. They just can't find that pocket. Now, I think Blueface has a big fan base. A lot of people like him, and again, I'm not knocking him because he don't sound good to me. I know a lot of other people probably like Blueface, which is good, and I like to give props where props are due. But just for me, I'm not a Blueface fan. I've heard one song with Blueface, and I was like, man, they letting this dude rap, But anybody's able to do it now. So moving right along, I know y'all heard of this dude, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Now he's got this high profile feud with Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah, so
I ain't gonna lie, Machine Gun got it.
but Machine Gun Kelly jamming, man.
Yeah.
Got it.
I like
he
him.
got it, man.
Yeah, I don't see, and I'll tell you, I saw an award show a few years back where they
Yeah.
do the little where they let you freestyle.
Yeah.
In between the award shows, hey man,
The
Machine Gun
ciphers.
Kelly,
He got it.
he crashed it.
Yeah. he
Okay,
did.
let me ask you this: what's the difference? And I don't want to take this different because we're talking about the most hated rappers. So I would assume that he's probably hated because of the feud with Eminem. I would assume.
I would think that.
I would think that too.
But let me ask y'all: what's the difference between Machine Gun Kelly and Yellow Wolf?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing, because Yellow Wolf jamming too. Yellow Wolf go hard. I seen him on one of them ciphers, and I was like, ooh wee. Say, man,
go listen to him. I never heard of him.
Hey, now Yellow Wolf, he cold, man. You got to
I'm
check
gonna
him
go
out,
listen
bro.
to him.
You got to check him out and see when they did them ciphers and Yellow. I was like, damn, who is this dude?
Yeah.
And that's how I knew who Yellow Wolf was from one of those ciphers. Jamming.
Okay.
I like Yellow Wolf.
All right.
Now, because he's going through this feud with Eminem, I think he's trying to pivot to pop punk music and kind of alternate hip hop into it, which probably makes him one of the most hated, because he's trying to create his own lane in there, which I think is a good idea to infuse music together. If you create something, then hey, it is what it is. If you can create your own genre in these award shows, you did something serious, and that's kind of hard to do. But pivot to pop punk.
Since you brought it up, do you think the guy from Outkast he made his own lane with the flute? You think he'll get an award? I'm just asking from what you heard.
I think he will. I think he'll be respected for what he's doing.
Okay.
You asked if he would get an award.
I don't know about the
for
water.
creating his own lane because I've never heard.
I mean, he didn't create hit. Well, he
made an album like it before.
It's a lot of albums that's just music.
You ain't never heard of flute
Oh,
music?
that's right. Flute, not flute music, not just straight up flute.
He created a lane in hip hop for it because
saxophone.
because it wasn't in hip hop.
Yeah.
He just put the hip hop stamp on it because he's a rap artist, and he moved over to playing the flute. And I listened to it, and I was kind of like, damn 3000. I thought I was expecting something different. From what I heard. Now I'm not knocking him.
Yeah.
But I expected
Something
more.
Yeah.
From Andre 3000 because of the talent that he have in rapping. Man, the dude is talented, and I think he's gonna get his skills in flute playing to where like a Kenny G, but he's not there.
Not there yet.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
That flute, I could do what Andre 3000.
He's I could do.
This is what his album sounds
It
like.
sound like you playing hot cross buns.
Yeah, but it don't make, just because he played the flute, you don't hate him, though, right?
Nah, I don't hate him. I don't
Okay,
hate him.
okay.
I just want to hear a better flute from him, because I think Andre 3000 got a lot of talent, man.
Yeah, I agree. He is talented.
Now, this one, I agree with. Da Baby, one of the most hated.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Wait. So we haven't made a clear distinction as to why these people are hated. Are they hated for their actions outside of music, or are they hated because of the type of music? I mean, because of their music.
So this one is really good because what happened with him was a widespread backlash, which cost him a lot of endorsements.
Exactly.
So this is why he's the most hated.
On his actions.
So his actions, not the music.
Not the music.
And he's hated by the LBGTQ
community.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's them. And
But once they get you to hate, they hate you, everybody gonna hate you. That's it.
well, because they are so widespread, that's a big
larger
community.
numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they purchase rap music. They listen to rap music as well. So, yeah, you can't really talk about that culture of people now. So, because they have more rights than black Americans. And it is what it is. So you got to be careful what you speak out on when you're talking about that community. And I think that's why he's one of the most hated, because of backlash from that particular community. I like the baby. And at first he was on top of his game, but before even the backlash from that community, I kind of stopped listening to him, and because it became repetitious to me. I'm not saying he don't have skills. I'm not saying he don't have talent. He's got skills. He's got talent. It's just that the more I listened to the songs, the more they started to sound the same to me. And I think that's what kind of drove me away from Da Baby. And pushed me more towards Lil Baby. I would listen to Lil Baby, and Lil Baby had more of an era from where we come from in rapping. The stuff that he was saying. So, Da Baby, for me, it's not because of the backlash from the community, but it's because of the repetitious sound that he had.
So maybe is it his
Man,
cadence?
That man jamming to me.
He jamming. Don't get me wrong.
Jamming.
Freddie G, what you say?
Is it because of his cadence? When you say the repetitious sound?
That's his cadence is repetitious. I understand he can rap, but your beats are starting to sound the same.
Okay.
Now, I agree with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? This drives me away from a talented artist because I'm constantly looking for you to reinvent yourself on this next song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me something different. And I'm going to put a name in there at the end. I'm going to wait till we get to the end because I heard the new album and I was shocked. So anyway, do y'all know who Lil Pump is?
Yeah, he looks like 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
The same hair color.
He had this song called Gucci Gang.
Gucci Gang.
That's what
that guy
excelled him into the industry. But I think he wasn't able to to come up with another one to keep him in.
That's
there.
it.
One hit wonder.
He's a
Yeah.
one hit wonder.
So he's hated because he's a one hit wonder.
For me, I don't know what everybody else feel about him.
Yeah.
But for me, if you only got one song, it's hard for me to like you. You know what I mean? If
you
you
got
jamming, you jamming. I'm not gonna take that away from you. But how are you gonna stay consistent with it? It's
Right.
about consistency. You know, especially in the music era. His recent projects ain't made no impact. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of making him not look so good as a serious rapper. Now people probably are starting to think, oh, this guy just bullshitting us, you know, which could very well be true. So Lil Pump, I think you're gonna have to get your game up, man. You know, you on that most hated list. So now this person, we know for a fact, he's most hated. Nobody likes this dude. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yes, sir.
It is, yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
man, this
Yeah.
man is
Yeah.
the most hated for several reasons, man. It's several things I think people see that they don't like about him. For one, because they believe he's a snitch. That's
Snitching
number one.
Randy.
You know what I'm saying? when you reach that era of being a snitch and you dealing with federal or any kind of police agencies, this takes a lot away from your credibility
Yeah,
in
you
the
lose
hip hop
all
world.
respect.
So
Definitely from the streets.
So I want to throw a monkey wrench in that, right? I understand why people look at him like a snitch or whatever, but think about the people he snitched on. The people he snitched on, number one, there was having sex with your girl. Number two, they actually had plans on killing you. They was actually really mistreating you. And so where does the loyalty lie for somebody who actually mistreat you?
Great
I
question.
know. That's a good question. I ain't know all that part now.
So here's
snitched
the
away.
thing. Here's the thing.
Plus,
man,
they
with
trying
me-
to kill me too.
Here's the thing with me and the rap community as far as rap being gangster, so to say. Sometimes you can't let law enforcement handle your business.
Okay, I agree with that.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
Now, if he's a known gang member, right? Okay, this is known. It's only, man, you can't be a snitch, bro. You got to be a gangster
gotta
first,
be a
man.
gangster.
There is no crossover in
No,
that
yeah,
shit.
you can't.
So no matter what it was, if somebody, you have sex with my girl, I'm finna find you. We finna handle this.
Yeah.
You trying to kill me? I'm finna find you. We finna handle
we
this.
finna
Or you
handle
finna kill me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go tell on nothing.
Hey,
I get
he's a known gang member, but he didn't live that life.
I don't think he lived that
and
life,
see,
bruh.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
Don't be out here acting like you gangster, and that's not your lifestyle.
your lifestyle.
Because this is what you turn into, a snitch. A real gangster would have never told
Facts.
on none of this stuff that he went to jail for. This is why he's one of the most hated. Because a real gangster don't snitch. I don't give a damn what it is. You handle that business how you supposed to handle it. Ain't no snitching.
And Freddie G, I think not to answer your question, because he chose to implement as if he lived this type of life, but when it came when the water got hot, you know, you chose this route, which in that lifestyle is definitely a no.
And
you know,
what?
snitching.
I agree with you, K Money. And here's the thing. They probably would have never came at him
Right.
had we been real about the lifestyle he chose. Had he been a real gangster, they'd have never came at him like he did. They showed him he wasn't what he
wasn't
said
what
he
he
was.
was, yeah.
And that's what that means. So they showing, okay, you a snitch. You're not no real or whatever they use, the terms, you know. So there it is, Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know, you had a lot going on. 50 helped you or bonded you out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Money-wise. And, you know, I just feel like the people are hating on you because you have accusations of being a snitch, man. I mean, you know, don't do it. Just be real. Be who you are. You know, you handle your business. If you respect it, a motherfucker won't disrespect you. Period. This last guy that I'm gonna mention, and then you know it's open panel. If y'all have anybody you feel is most hated, Tom McDonald. And I'll tell you like this. I don't know who the hell Tom McDonald is.
I was about to ask.
I've seen Tom McDonald before. Tom McDonald is a white boy.
He sound white.
You know, he got the braid plaits, you know.
Oh, he sound
Tats
he
all
white,
over.
but he look black. He portrayed to be a black.
Right. One of those.
Gotcha.
And what I really don't know about him is no songs that he have, but whatever it is, they saying that he has this rhetoric in his lyrics that probably makes him most underrated. Saying that he's, you know, his music is shallow, it's pandering, you know, you got a lot of rhetoric. So basically what you're doing is trying to talk about everybody.
So that's what makes him hated.
Obviously, this is how they feel, you know, and he's not embodying hip hop the proper way. You know, hip hop is if you're not creating nothing new in hip hop, then you need to follow what the hip hop rules are, you know.
It seems like, you know, several people on that list, because they were trying to find their own lane, they're being hated.
Right. And until they own lane pop, it's like Rodney Dangerfield. You get no respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your lane pop, man. And what that means is if it's not working now, go back to the drawing board. Put a little bit more effort in what you're doing. Put a little more thought into what you're doing, you know, and just keep it real with yourself, because guess what? When it get to the fans, they gonna know how to listen and say, man, this nigga ain't saying, he don't even sound real. You know, so we've lost a lot because of rhetoric in their lyrics, because of gangster in their lyrics. We lost a lot of good rappers, you know, and I think that Tom McDonald may be trying to go that route to get the fame, because he's got like this AKA tatted on his stomach, chest area. You know what I mean? I mean, that says gangster.
Yeah.
Nothing else says that. That says nothing else, basically. But to listening artists or rappers, if y'all listening, you know, just remember, you know, be yourself. If you're not a gangster, don't be a gangster. Be a conscious rapper. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself out here, because I'm telling you, you're going to go to one of these cities and these niggas going to test you. And if you ain't ready for what the deal is when it come down, then the deal going to be off. The people going to take stuff from you. You know what I'm saying? It's there's people out here in different states and cities where when you touch down in these cities and states, you got to check in. And they coming at you if you own. You know, check in. And I mean, I know y'all have heard of stories where people go to different cities and they take their chain.
Yeah.
And they got to get somebody to get the chain back. Yeah. Well, that's because you didn't check in.
Here's my thing, man. So I wanna speak to that check-in part, but then I also want to share with you two rappers hated, that was hated. I don't know if they're still hated. Mm-hmm. And I'll explain to you why they were hated. So first I want to say on the check-in part. I think that check-in shit is bullshit. I will tell you why. See, that's only in the rap community. Garth Brooks don't have to check in when he go to wherever the hell he going. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Comedians don't have to check in.
And so only in the rap community where they want you to go and you got to check in because you in this city or whatever.
And you know what? To piggyback off of that, the only reason it's like that in rap is because it's real gangsters in rap. And when you get on wax talk about you a gangster, okay, well, nigga, let me see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's what it is. But you got gang members in every city, every state that's checking you because you saying you gangster. Well, these niggas ain't got no money like you. Mm-hmm. The first way for them to get the money like you is to check the nigga that ain't shit. Mm-hmm. So they gonna take his chain. You got the bread, nigga. You gonna give us the 20,000 or 50,000, whatever it is we want for the chain. You gonna get your chain back, but nigga, check in next time.
Yeah.
Keep coming down here, acting like we ain't shit. We gonna keep taking shit from you.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the rap world
That's crazy. The rap, having to check in. You going to work.
Yeah.
You got to check in.
it's
And I
crazy.
do agree with you, Freddie G, that's some crazy
It's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah,
It is.
that's crazy. So I want to share with y'all, man, 2 rappers. I don't think that they're hated today, but I think that at one point in their career they were hated. I noticed on your list, Slash, that everybody that you named, there were more in the 2000s,
Right.
or more newer rappers, or
Yeah.
in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, here go 2 rappers that they would be considered old school now if they were still rapping. But the first one is actually MC Hammer, man.
Yeah.
And here's why. Because of the commercial success, the rap world wasn't really accepting him like that.
Right.
Because of the commercial success, the commercials and the cartoons and all that. And now, really, truthfully, he kicked the doors in because that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
They're looking for
Yeah.
these commercial deals and these movie deals and cartoons and all that stuff.
Slowly,
So-
you know who getting them slowly? What's his name? I like Big Butts because he keep every time. God, what's his name?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Every time he has a different commercial. I think he has one with Target. He just keeps getting commercials from his older songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right, Freddie G.
So, yeah, I think that he was hated by the people, the people in his own genre of music, And another person, I think he was. I understand why he was hated. And that's Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
With Ice, baby.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't on there, especially when you
Yeah.
mentioned
Because he coming in the rap world during the time where hey, white boys wasn't really accepted, and then really, truthfully, he was kind of put together. What I mean by put together is the swagger he jacked was MC Hammer swagger,
Right.
with the big pants and everything and the dancing, but the name too. When everybody had Ice in their name,
Yeah.
I'm cold blooded with this. I'm cold. So I think that he was hated too.
Yeah, he was definitely hated, and I think he just got caught in a situation at the wrong time for his career to end. Suge Knight wasn't playing at that time.
Allegedly,
Some
some stuff didn't happen to him.
Because I'm trying to tell you, Vanilla Ice didn't make it too far in the commercial world of rapping. Although there's a wide commercial market now for a lot of rappers, and again, I address this to up and coming rappers or inspiring rappers. Just again, be yourself. If you're not a gangster, don't be gangster. It's all about what you say. And you got to remember that a lot of times you can manifest stuff that you say when you start to put it out into when the atmosphere get to it and you put it out there, you can kind of manifest where your life goes through the words that you say. So, just do your best, and they gonna hate you, but don't be the most hated. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.